to the Scam Slam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Hey, Marine 1 or 0001. Hey, Miss Tori, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Just tired. We weren't able to get our room last night. And it feels like there's a storm coming. But thank God. But thank God I was off. So I didn't have to worry about. Hey Caesar, how are you doing? Hey, Profile Pic D. Hey Papa, I'm alright. You know, we're alive and breathing. That's about all we can ask for nowadays. I wish this storm would pass by. Damn windy as crap. Hey, Miss Cynthia. Hey, Kenny. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, thanks for the head heart. Oh, it's windy. The sky is almost black. Well, you know how they say there's dark gray. Let's see if we can see it. Thank God. I'm glad I was off last night so I didn't get in trouble, because I wasn't able to charge my phone to like 39% today. You froze. Try to. Hey, Miss Jade, I hope you're doing well. or best you can be right now. Okay, good. Man, there was a lot of just hateful people yesterday. So, wasn't so scared about not being able to get the room because I didn't want to get suspended or fired for having to call out. I just hope the rain holds off. They are. When they could just block me and never see me again. They're the ones that, are being awful people. It don't faze me though. It don't affect me. It just shows me how sad some people are. Because, all I'm trying to do is survive. I'm not trying to get over on anybody or scam anybody. I'm asking for a little help. That doesn't mean I get it. We didn't have a room last night. We posted up under the steps and made a little makeshift bed. And, I slept a little bit, but I was up most of the night. Hey, CDH. Hey, Kayla. I hope y'all y'all doing okay today. Where am I at? There I am. Hey, miss me with the... Hey, Miss Denise. Yeah, because I didn't work last night, so I wasn't so stressed about getting the room, Because my whole thing is just holding down a job, just trying to keep my job. That's my main priority. Oh, it's about to storm, maybe tonight. So I pray to God sends me a blessing, because it's crazy how they're making lies and coming up with any kind of thing they can to to make someone believe that I'm a bad. I've had the same job, just trying to. No, I had to get the kitty and Rim a bag of food the other day, but I spent a couple extra dollars to get a little better quality food, and it lasts a lot longer than that cheap food because it's less filling. That cheap food's less filling, and they have to eat more of it. Hey, Jack in the Box. Hope you're having a blessed day. It's Friday, so I needed like $62, but I'm on the verge of just giving up. I lose my, I'm a villain anyway. I should be in a hole in the woods somewhere. I'm having to use the McDonald's payment card, so I get paid on their payday, which is, I want to say Monday, but it's like 70-30. I think it's maybe Tuesday, but I think it's maybe Monday. It's just all those people making all these burner accounts, pretending to be old family members. They got names off of Facebook, doing live saying that they're them and I'm an awful guy, and just so many lies. Somebody said that somebody was sending me rugs in the mail. I sat in a wheelchair at Walmart. Just all kinds of lies. It's crazy. How can people send you money? I've got PayPal and Venmo, and if somebody, you know, has Cash App, there might be a possibility. You know, I could send it to them on Cash App, and then they PayPal me. But that's not you know, it's like 50-50. Oh, you're okay. I'm glad you came in. Yeah, last night was a little rough. And everything got stolen when I moved from the Super 8. You know, I don't have anything like that. All I've got is my blankets. But we made it through, you know, and then I was able to charge my phone a little today. That's why I'm on here so late, because my phone died last night. And then I had to charge it up today. And I didn't have any... And then I had to charge it up today. And I didn't have any money to get any Bojangles, so I could sit in there and charge my phone, because you got to buy something if you want to, you know, sit in there, and you get 30 minutes of purchase. I'm just hanging on by a damn thread as it is, but I'm holding down because there's a lot of homeless people around here, and you know, a lot of them take advantage of certain things. That's why there's those people take advantage of them, and you know, scream and yell and act like a damn fool, like they're entitled to something, you know. But yeah, you buy something, and then you get around 30 minutes, and then after that you can buy something else, or you have to leave. But I'll be right back, guys. Hey, Caddy. Yeah, people, what have you been doing? I hope you've been well. Hey, John. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, I had to move. It just started to cut. It's about to be bad storms the next 2 days.
Space.
Hey, Miss Kelly. Yeah, put it this way. This way be better. Yeah, that's better. Hopefully this rain just passes us quick. Hey, Bucket Breaker. Hey, Miss Denise. Yeah, but hopefully this rain just passes us. You got us crooked. Yeah, so I could set up my phone and leave the charger on it. I mean, we wasn't able to get our room last night. I can't sit. I can't. Got nowhere to sit it right with the charger port on it. Because if I don't leave the charger on, it's going to die. And I'm up under the Starbucks stuff, and I don't want to pile a bunch of coats and stuff and look trashy. How are you?
How you doing?
The rain came quick.
I know.
I
It really did out of nowhere.
I know, because it was just sunny like a little while ago.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like this.
Dog.
Yeah, he's a pit wiener.
Hey, wiener.
Yeah. Yeah, rims up. Damn it. I've got to keep the charger on it. That's the best I can do right now. I feel like this isn't going to stop. Thank everybody for liking the live. Hey, Miss Lean. I hope you're well. Like I need a long span. No, we weren't able to get our room last night. Me and Rim slept under the stairwell at the hotel. But I was off last night, thank God, you know, because it was my scheduled day off. So I wasn't worried about getting fired or getting suspended for 3 days. So it worked out. And I was getting so much hate, and they were, you know, I got so many messages of people, you know, upset about the death threats and the threats that people messaged them because they're in my room being friendly. And I'm the bad person, but y'all are threatening people's lives for being friendly or helping someone get a room. Like, it's disgusting. If I ever met them in real life and know they did that, I would beat the brakes off of them. Like, no remorse. But they wouldn't act that way in real life. I'm about to reset it, but if one of these people actually, you know, said this to my face, somebody's face, I swear I would beat you to sleep. I might be in a hard situation. It's Starbucks. I'm up under their shelter. Do it, lady. Yeah, it's raining. Yeah, it's coming down, and the wind's kicking. But yeah, it's supposed to get really bad the next 2 days. But yeah, we slept under the stairwell so nobody would see us last night. You know where I did my live sometimes? Yeah, I got all our blankets and set up. You know, we slept there a little bit, and then I charged my phone died, so I had to charge my phone this morning. And now it's, you know, about to be a monsoon for the next 2 days. Hey, I got you with phones. Oh, I got 2 phones. What's up, buddy? Hope you're having a blessed one. But, you know, I wasn't really concerned, about, you know, not having my room last night because, you know, I was off. I was scheduled off. You know, my days I gotta work, you know, I do my best to hold the job I have. So I do stress a little bit being able to get the room so I can keep my job, because if I call out, you know, either a 3-day suspension or I'm fired. You know what I mean? I'm alright, just a little tired, but, you know, we're alive and breathing. God's blessed us. Hey, Miss Teresa. But yeah, I stress a lot on the days I have to work because, you know, I want to hold down the job. I want to work, you know. I don't want to lose my job and have to, you know, lose everything and have to restart and all of that when I'm so close to, you know, making a difference, you know, getting my tax money and making a difference in my life. I can get out of this endless circle I'm in of, you know, working and paying the hotel, but, you know, a roof over the head. You know, no different for me. I'm just not making enough to, you know, to put in the savings. So it's all going to, you know, these guys, any person in America, you know, week, you know, at nights, you know, I find little odd jobs and things. Snowstorm, you know, I've been paying everything but one day out of the week for months, but not one, you know, nobody's like, damn, you've been doing good, man. You know, no, you're on here every day. You're a piece of crap. Send resources. You know, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. You know, I have no source of transportation to get anywhere. You know, I move anywhere away from here, then I lose a job, and then I lose my income. You know, I don't ever have enough for, like, to have a lump sum so I can actually put it towards and make a difference. Because every dime I get goes to, you know, just being able to have somewhere to live, just like everybody. I get that too. I never said that. What do you mean? I'm saying you're right. You're right. If I could, you know, somebody was around here and they would be, you know, they gave me a chance and be like, well, I'll make sure you got reliable transportation for a month. You know, I would be able to make a giant difference, but I don't have, you know, a blessing like that. I'm stuck, and I lose the job that I have, and then we're in a, you know, worse situation than we are right here. But I go to work every day, you know, to keep, you know, just like everybody else, to keep a roof over our head. I'm not going to feel bad if I have to ask for a little help. We're in the biggest homeless population that's ever been. And, you know, but everybody says it's so easy, you can do this and that. And it's probably never had, it's not. You know, all the people around here are drug addicts. And then the people I can trust, I would crawl in a hole somewhere and die. Like, I don't understand how you do it and you're still come here and work hard every night and keep a smell. I come on here, and even though I show records and show, you know, that I try everything I can to do it on my own, when you got people faking cancer, making, making, like, pitying people like they deserve or entitled money, you know, and let them do whatever. I seen a dude exposing himself. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But, you know, I don't get any props. You know, you line me up with all these other people that's literally on here for every day. I don't need none, but, you know, don't try to, you know, discredit where I was at to where I'm at now. You know, maybe needing help one day a week. Like, hell no. If you were here asking for alcohol, yeah, if I was asking for drugs or, you know, it's not like all the other people that do lives and battles and just sit there and eat fruit or mukbang or sit there and just talk like I do, you know, and get gifts, and it's okay, you know, it's okay for that. Like, everybody that's on TikTok doing that kind of stuff is looking for some kind of monetary gain or trying to pay their bills with that kind of stuff. You don't get to pick and choose what you think. You know, some people might find me entertaining. Some people might like coming in here and talk. It's not up to you to tell them what they should do with whatever they want to do. And then send death threats. I had 7 people yesterday text me pretty much crying, talking about they got death threats with their family, you know, their livelihoods. But I'm the bad guy. But you're going to mess up someone's livelihood and, you know, death threats because someone wants to be friendly or help someone out. Like, y'all are despicable people. And, like, really, like, if I ever seen any of y'all and I know for a fact you death threats or something like that just because somebody's friendly or something like that, I would beat you to sleep. And there's nothing you'd be able to do about it. Like, I'm getting sick of that. Like, death threats. Why don't you mind your own business and worry about your life you're sitting there all day long streaming people and, you know, trying to find people's families and jobs and this and that. How lonely are you? Like, your death threats, like, that is sickening. Like, y'all should, like, and then you're hiding behind fake profiles or thousands of different profiles. You wouldn't show your real face or your real name. Yeah, and you know, I've used a box here, and everyone I used was a dead end. Everyone, while he was in here, talking me through it. Everyone up ended up, maybe it's cut, but they were dead ends. Because I wish they would work. I wish I could find some resources that actually would help me. But there's not. There's so many people in the need of help. Everything is so stretched, you know. There's not very much out there. No, they won't. They'll help you get something to eat or something like that, but they're not going to help you find somewhere to sleep or stay. Because I've talked to all these churches around here. I've been to church. I went on Sundays. You know, I like going to church and I like the people. But in reality, no, there's not. They'll give you some clothes or some food, but they're not going to help you get into a residence. They're not going to, you know, but they're so proud from when they first met me to where I'm at now. Man, they praise and they're proud of me that I work as much as I can and, you know, keep these animals well fed and loved, and, you know, because they see all the other people out here that doesn't do anything. They just want a handout, you know. Just like yesterday, I did ask for help. I didn't get it, you know. We slept, we're alive. You know, I'm still a happy person. I'm not trying to pity somebody or, you know, yell at somebody saying, oh, you didn't help me, so you're a bad person. No, I'm not that type of guy. Like, I don't know how many people, like that one guy that just went to jail. Like, he would be like, get off my page if you don't have money for me or this or that, and you're a piece of crap. Like, if you don't have nothing for me, then you need to go. No, I welcome anybody into my life, and anybody is welcome to be able to express themselves. I'm coming in here because even though you're not privileged, you're always so happy. Yeah, because I know God has a plan for me. And these little guys keep me going. I know God has a plan. I've worked so hard. I'm about to get my taxes and be able to get this little van and actually make a difference in my life. Like, I've worked hard to get where I'm at today. You know, my goal is always to do better than I did yesterday. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you don't have any residual pains and stuff after the car wreck, because I know a lot of people, you know, yeah, there's two vans, and I looked for a few of them, and I stay in contact with the people and make sure that, you know, if they sold them or not, so, you know, I don't have my hopes up and they're like, oh, we already sold it. But there was three of them, but one of them already got sold. And you know, I can't be like, well, I'm waiting on my taxes, just hold it for me, because somebody comes there with cash, you know, they're going to sell it. I know, it's hard. You have a vehicle? You have a vehicle? Because when I get this van, I'm going to be door dashing, Instacarting. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to get back into a factory. Like, I'm going to turn the little van into a little van house. Like, I'm excited. Like, it's a long time coming. Like, I lost my job at Man and Humble. I was doing good there. And I'm going to reapply there because it's been way past 6 months. But I can't reapply there and not, you know, go through orientation and then lose it again because I have no transportation, because they're, you know, they start at 5 in the morning. The buses don't even get over here till about 6:30, and then it'll take me 2 hours to get over there, you know, so that wouldn't work out. I work 10 at night till 5 in the morning. Oh, cool, it stopped raining. I just don't want to get kicked out of here, you know, sitting under the shelter while people's trying to, you know, stuff like that. Just glad it stopped raining. Hope my phone stays alive because I've got my charger hooked to it or my box to it. I don't get that. Like it's taking the stuff out of it, the power out of my box. So why? Am I back live? But yeah, I don't want to be sitting under the shelter and they be like, well, you need to leave kind of thing. They don't mess with me when I'm out here. But I'm so sorry you got in an accident like that. Prove you can make it while I'm doing it. I am, you know, I'm trying to better myself. That's why I'm working. You know, I'm getting my taxes this year. I'm gonna put it all towards getting back on the road. You know, what really stumped me during this situation is I had to get my finger removed. And a lot of the time, you know, nobody would hire me because I was a liability. And, you know, I had this whole piece of finger was pretty much dead. It got smashed. It got really bad smash and it died. I didn't have health insurance. So I had to go to the hospital a lot before, and then they set my, and then I had to heal. So that put me on pause for a long time, you know. But I've been working the same job since my finger's healed. I get a full year worth of taxes this year. I'm gonna throw it and get one of these vans and live a little van life for a little while. I'm on DoorDash, Instacart. You know, I'm working my ass off to get out of this situation. Yeah, it might took a little longer than people, you know, but if this was 10, 15 years ago, you know, I would have already been out this situation. But how the economy is and how expensive and like not making nothing, you know, I'm only one person and, you know, in the past months, I've been covering everything but maybe Thursday. But we got a bad snowstorm and then they closed my Cash App down. So my paycheck got sent back to McDonald's and it takes 3 to 5 days to even get back to them. So I'm waiting on a paper check for that check, and then I got my McDonald's pay card this week and I activated it so I get paid on McDonald's payday, which is I think Monday. Hey Casey Lee, I'm so sorry you're in pain daily because I know some people that's gotten a wreck and like, you know, a little settlement and stuff like that is nothing to a life of pain, or, you know, screws and stuff in your hips and things like that. Like this girl got in a wreck and she was only like 25 and she has to walk with a cane for the rest of her life and has done had like 6 surgeries on her hip. So I don't know, but I know. I'm sorry you're going through that, and that's bull crap. You didn't get nothing. Your insurance should have your insurance should have sued him and paid you out. I don't know if that's the real Navy life. I know, and that's not right. That's not right. If the other person has no insurance, that your insurance should sue them, make them pay that stuff back, and then cut you out because you pay for insurance. You pay for it every month. You know, so you know they should be looking out for you. Did you get paid? No, I don't. I got the McDonald's. I think I have it with me. I got the McDonald's payment card, so I get. Are you getting your check today? No, when I put my account number and everything to change my route number and stuff, it kicked my Venmo routing and number out and everything. So I had to get the McDonald's payment card, and I don't get paid 2 days early like Cash App and stuff does, so I get paid on McDonald's payday, which I believe is Monday. Because Cash App and some like Chime and stuff, they'll pay you 2 days early. They'll pay you 2 days early. So I get, it's Monday, I get paid on Friday, but now I've got the McDonald's payment card. I get paid on McDonald's payday. Like last night, that's the first time I stayed there, but sometimes I do lives under there, but it wasn't too bad because all those bushes and stuff kept the wind and stuff off of us, and we made a little campsite under the stairs last night. But thank God it wasn't a cold night and I was off, because that's why I stress so much on the days that I work, because I don't want to lose my job, man. I've worked really hard. Like I'm a crew trainer there. Like I don't want to lose my job. I've had it since my fingers healed, they keep, other than this hiccup I've had the past couple weeks, for months, I've been able to cover everything, but maybe 1 or 2 days. And and that's if, I have to get like dog food and things like that. But, I've been doing awesome. I'm about to get my taxes. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. We put our little blankets there and Rim curled up on me and we slept for a couple hours. And then I woke up, my phone was dead, so I had to charge it. Hey, cat mom dog. Thank you, Nicole. Really. Are you seeing where I said the other driver didn't have license? You should be able to fix that on Venmo. Yeah, I'm looking at it, but I didn't want to miss a paycheck, so I was like, what's my other option? They're like, for right now, we can give you the McDonald's credit card, that paycheck card. And I was like, well, give me that, and I'll figure out the direct deposit, later. I don't want to miss a whole nother paycheck. But yeah, I don't understand that. Where's the dog when you're working? The room, hotel room. But yeah, that's crazy, because even though he didn't have license or insurance, your insurance should have took care of you. That's what you pay for insurance for. I know you pay for it in case you get in a wreck or whatnot, but if that other person doesn't have any liability or any license, they should sue that person and then still pay you out. That's bullcrap. I know, that's why I can't wait, because McDonald's won't even let me get any overtime. Like, I have to leave. Like, if I work a busy week, I have to leave if I can't get no more than 38 and a half hours. I can't get any more than 38 and a half hours. But then I clean parking lots and things like that. But when I get this van, I'm going to either Man and Humble, Purdue, or Tyson's Chicken, or Sanderson Farms, because I like making $800-900 checks, and if I'm staying in the van and making that kind of money and DoorDashing and Instacarting, I'll be able to save up in no time. And I want to get a little camper. I want to get a little camper for the pool behind the van after a little while, and we just have a little setup. I know I've been trying to find a second job, but I work nights, and how the two places I've that we're about to be like, hey, but the hours they wanted me to work, I got to go in at 10 at McDonald's, but I won't get off from that job until 12 because they need someone to close their stores. So it got me. That's why I go around and ask for all kinds of help. I ask the hotel all the time. Now summer's coming though, but you know, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have the van and stuff before that happens. But yeah, because summer coming, all the grass is going to start growing and all that stuff. So there'll be more, you know, there'll be more work for like, you know, different things. Hey, Monique. Hey, Lavender. But yeah, I've just like really been in this hard situation the past 2 weeks. Because other than that, I'm proud of myself because I've been doing everything I can on my own. I might be hungry a lot, you know, but the animals are fed and well loved, and you know, we got a room. That's what matters. Hey, deranged joker. But yeah, because, you know, if I'm off, you know, it's no big deal if I don't get my room. Because we'll just, you know, hang out until the next day. Or try to, like last night, we slept. That's a good little spot, though. Next time, I'm going to be able to sleep there. Hope nobody's like, hey, what are you doing under there, sir? Hey, sass ass. Hey, green-eyed girl. But we're doing the best with what God's given us. And things are looking up, you know. Just can't wait to get my taxes back. Then I got that van. You tell him surviving. That's all we can do, you know. Because just like everybody else, they go to work, you know, to pay their bills and keep a roof over their head. And, you know, there haven't been no changes in probably years. You go to work and put a roof over your head. You know, that's all I'm trying to do. But I have to stay, you know, I have no transportation or anybody I can rely on, you know, so I have to stay in these hotels, which I'm staying in the cheapest one that's physically possible around here. And my check, you know, covers all but maybe 1 day or 2 days if, you know, dire. But I'm doing good. And nobody's gonna make me feel bad because I reach out for a little bit of help. You know? Doesn't mean I get it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna make somebody feel bad for not helping me. You know? No matter what, the animals are going to be okay and safe. I don't understand. How's my phone on 27%? I appreciate that, Smokey. Because that's all I do. You know, I work. If we have a room, I try to get sleep when I can. You know, during the day, I try to find parking lots that, you know, slide me a little bit of money to clean or pick up trash or, you know, clean. Most of the time, it's the Subway Exxon store. They let me clean the bathrooms and the little area where people eat, and they slide me a little bit of money. You know, I do anything I can. Do you have a mod named Donna? Yeah, I believe I do. Hey, Risasa. Sasasa. Someone named Donna has messaged me. Oh, what? To tell me I'm an awful person? I'm not saying Donna's right here. She is a mod. Is that her? Check both profiles and you'll be able to tell. Look at both profiles and then you'll be able to tell by followers and stuff. That's how I can tell when Navy Life, when they fake her name. Beavers and threatening people's lives and livelihood. It's despicable. Like, they should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, I'm ashamed that I have to ask for help, but I'm trying to help myself and better my life with all the will I have. But you know, I have, everybody needs a little help. Doesn't matter how long, you know. If you're showing that you're doing the best you can, and you know, I don't think there's nothing wrong if you're doing what you're supposed to do, making your right choices, but you know, you're in a spot where you have no transportation, no way for, you know, anybody you can rely on to, you know, take you anywhere or anything like that, or help you with anything, but you're still, you know, keeping a smile on your face, working as many hours you can, picking up side work, you know, doing everything you can on your own, but you still have to reach out for help. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're sitting on the computer every day, not trying to make no effort or get any job or do anything, like I see thousands of people on here, they flat out say, oh, I don't want to work, I just want money. That's bullcrap. Because if I had a better job that paid enough to be able to cover the hotel all week and things like that, you know, that's what would happen. I don't spend money on frivolous things. I don't, you know, there's so many things that I need, but I won't spend money on it because I would rather spend it on the room. So, you know, we have a roof over our head and safe, and, you know, I can keep my job. Like, there's a lot of things I'd like, or, you know, want a nice dinner, but I would never, you know, spend frivolously like that when I have more important things with my livelihood. Hey, 30 years and counting. Hey, Riggs, hope you're feeling all right today. Please read. I appreciate that, Smokey. And then people say I did this for years. Yeah, maybe I've asked for a little bit of help in between, but it's not years constantly, because I was at Man and Humble for a year and a half, didn't ask for any help. I was at King Machine for a year, didn't ask for any help. But you're saying I did it for 4 years, but in between, when I lose my job, I don't have anybody. Everybody's dead. When something bad happens, like, I'm struck. I have nothing to lean on. I have no, you know, no fallback plan. You know, when something bad happens like that, I am screwed, because I'm stuck wherever I am on foot. But people don't right now. What's up, boy? What right now? Like, I was doing good. Like, me and Rim was renting that place out when I was in Man and Humble. I lost my job, so I had to leave where I was renting because of my ride situation. I know, but I can't stand when people are like lying and, you know, looking at old Facebooks and finding names and then pretending to be those people. I've been thinking about trying to reach out to my sister, you know, but there's, you know, I'm still part of me that's angry with her about happening, you know, with my mom and everything, and she had the best chance in life, you know, with my mom's inheritance, and she just, like, I'm just, you know, I love her to death. But, you know, I'm still upset. You know, her starting to have kids at 15 years old. I think she's got, like, you know, not judging, I think she's got like maybe 4 kids now. Maybe 5. I haven't talked to her in a long time. But people are disgusting. But like death threats and trying to mess up someone's livelihood because they help somebody with their money or their words is disgusting. And I wish I could meet those people face to face. I know I don't have any close family. My mom and dad are dead. You know, my close that I grew up with, my aunts are dead. You know, Joan's dead. You know, Janice is dead. Arnold's dead. It's just me. I'm alone. But I still keep optimistic. I still keep a smile on my face. You know, I go to work every night. You know, I'm trying to do everything I can to make a better life for us, but it's hard. Like there's no fronts about it. It takes everything I have just to stay bobbing on the water. Yeah. But, you know, it's just hard to think about, you know, all you're doing is just trying to survive. Like, it'd be so much easier, you know, if I could have, you know, a stable residence, willpower to, you know, for other occupations and other things like that. But, you know, every day it's just, where am I going to be able to sleep today? Or what are we going to eat? Or just surviving. And it's been nice the past few months of being able to, you know, my check covering everything. Like it's been a surreal feeling. Like I miss being able to be stable. You're right, Miss Kathy. Hey, Holly and Ben. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. I work. It just started raining really bad, but the storm went away. It stopped. So, but someone ran out and was giving me asked me if I needed a coat or something. I was like, I've got a coat. They said it was going to be really, really nasty the next 2 days. Because it was just a bad storm. That wind was crazy hard. But now the skies are about blue. There's your sister in North Carolina too. Honestly, to be honest with you, I mean, I wouldn't see why she wouldn't be. But, you know, I haven't talked to her in a long, long time. About since my mom passed away, because I just resented her and just angry. All the things she put her through. And, you know, I can't blame, you know, it's not right for me to try to blame her like it's your fault because she got so stressed and passed, you know. It's just those feelings. I wouldn't even know where to send it. I'm gonna have to try to track her down if I want to talk to her. Yeah, I grew up in Bun Level and Linden. Yeah, I grew up in Bun Level and Linden. Hey, Miss Renee. But if there's a few people who'd like to help us out, get in a room, I'll be able to work tonight and not stress as much. A little blessing. My PayPal and Venmo is in my bio. My Cash App shut down until my review, my appeal goes through. Hey, New Mexican Nana. You can help him secretly. Yeah, I keep everybody, you know, I don't want anybody doxxed or anybody, you know, threatened or anything like that. And I would, if I knew the person or knew that, I would stand up for all the people that's got, you know, treated like that before for just being a kind person. It's disgusting, and they should be appalled at themselves. Like, if I don't get the help, I don't mind sleeping under those steps, you know. And I do stress because I want to keep my job, like every other adult. I don't want to lose my job, so I do the best I can, you know, to secure a room so I can. But everything is anonymous unless you want me to say. Remington, stop. Hey. That rainstorm came out of nowhere, didn't it? Thank God it's gone now. You sure? What you been up to today? He thinks he's about 300 pounds. And he's a pit weed. I got a little now he's full of blood. Oh my God. But he's not safe. That's a good boy. You know you're so loud. There she sees me. Someone's helping him out. No, she just comes and asks me if I'm okay. Do you rather work nights? I do rather work nights because right now, where I'm at, that's the highest paying job. That's the highest paying job that is here right now. I get like, with my crew trainer bonus that I got not too long ago, I get like $12.85. I think it's something like that. When I work at night, I get off in the morning time, and then that gives me most of the day to try to figure out everything and get everything in line, and find that little, find little side jobs and things like that, cleaning up, anything I can make $1 doing. Because I don't rob, steal, or lie to anybody. That's all I have in this world is my word and my balls, and I'm not breaking them for anybody. Excuse the vulgarity. Oh, but she gave me $5 today to get something to eat with. She gave me $5 to get something to eat with. I'm not getting it at Starbucks though. Oh, that's $5. You don't think you can get anything in there for $5? I think we're gonna get a biscuit from Bojangles a little later. Am I froze up? Am I froze? No. Somebody tap the screen button real quick. I don't see no hearts. There it goes. Okay. I never know. I have to ask because sometimes it'll say I have Wi-Fi and it'll just be frozen there, and I'll be talking, and nobody can hear me. Hey Chad, I hope you're having a blessed day. But yeah, chicken biscuit sounds good because I'm starving. I haven't eaten since yesterday. I ate a brownie last night. I had one of those no, it was a Twinkie. It was a Twinkie. Hey Anthony. Just keep the faith. God's got a plan. Hey, Bobby Lee Brooks. I'd get you some lids. Lids. What's lids? Leads? I'd get you some leads. Oh, a brain fart. Kind of wish the wind would come back. But anybody got any fun plans for today? Hey, sassy but classy. Need a town so I can look. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Gillespie Street. Thought about going swimming. That sounds fun. That sounds refreshing. That sounds refreshing. I can't wait to be able to take a shower. Rim needs a bath. No, I have my grandkids all weekend mentally. That's good. You need to get rest. Rest is a bless. Nowadays, I'm grateful for any amount of, stable sleep and socks. I'm grateful for anything because we have nothing, So the little things that we do get, is a true blessing, and I cherish every bit because nobody has to help us, I don't feel like I'm entitled to anybody's help or, anything like that. But that's why it's such a blessing when we do get the help. Oh, you're sick all week? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sick kids. They turn into babies. I don't know. I'm a grown-ass man. When I get the flu and stuff, I turn into a big baby. Hey, Caden. Yeah, Fayetteville, North Carolina. By Fort Bragg. What's your situation? I work at McDonald's at nights, 5 days a week. They closed my Cash App down, so they sent my check back to McDonald's. The cat's good. The cat's spoiled rotten. The lady that helps me watch him loves him to death. I'm near Wilmington. Okay. I'm in Fayetteville, but we just had a hard week. I lost my job beginning of last year, and I hurt my finger. So a lot of the year I was healing and getting surgery and stuff like that. But as soon as my finger healed, I've been working, other than this past week and a half, my check's been able to cover everything but, 1 day of the week. Been working really hard to get the situation. For a finger? For a finger? Yeah. Because I have no health insurance. I went to the hospital 6 or 7 times before they even sent me to an orthopedic specialist. And then the orthopedic specialist was like, well, we're going to have to set you up a day that a doctor's already in there getting paid because we got to pretty much remove your finger for free. And then, I had to heal and, jobs wouldn't hire me at the time because I was a liability because if they would hire me and I got hurt, I really couldn't work. But I've held down the same job since it has, and trying to survive. I'm about to get my taxes I'm about to get this little, gonna be DoorDash and Instacarting, and I can get back into a factory making good pay. Things are looking up. I've worked my ass off to get to where I'm at now. But, you know, just need a little help. We didn't have a room last night, but I was off last night, my scheduled day off. So I wasn't too stressed because I don't want to get, you know, suspended or fired for having to call out. Because it's not McDonald's problem about my, you know, my situation, but it's just been hard. But, you know, nobody has to help. Just, you know, just being here and being friendly and talking to everybody. You never know. May be good friends. Or just have a, you know, enjoy a place that's, you know, nobody's going to judge you. Because, you know, y'all, if it wasn't for TikTok, you know, I've gained some awesome family and friends because of TikTok, and I'll always cherish that. Meeting someone on here? What do you mean? I've met a couple people on here that came and visited and stuff. Miss Cindy, Biscuit. There's a few people I've met. Hey, Missy. Hey, buddy. Hey, Doug's camper crew. That's what I'm working on. I'm gonna use my taxes to get a little van, and then I'm gonna work my butt off. Get to places I can get a better paying job in DoorDash, and I'm gonna get a little camper I can hook to the back of the van, or be a little rolling house. Yeah, that's what I said, Biscuit. He's just a little out there. He's a little out there. Hey, the greasy spoon. But if anybody'd like to help us, oh, Crazy Biscuit. I don't know, because, you know, he came and visited a couple times, and then, you know, he offered to let me stay with him. But he was like, you can come stay with us, but when we leave in the mornings or leave ever, you have to leave. But with me, with no transportation or anything like that, like, I would just be walking the streets until, you know, y'all got home and things like that. And it was just a whole bunch of strict things he said. And I'm like, well, you know, I'd be put in a worse situation than I'm in now. Because I get over there and you not like something, kick me out. You know, I'm in a whole nother state, not knowing how to, you know, navigate anything. No, that's not cool. You're froze, Jeff. No way I'm froze. Should be good. Scroll out and go back in. Scroll out and go back in. Hey, buddy. No, you're good. Okay, good. Good. Hey, patty cake, baker's man. Roll them up and put them in the pan. Nah, I don't hear from him anymore. He started talking crazy, and it's just, I don't know. He started getting angry at people, and like, he was being mean to people, and like unpinning comments and blocking people and things like that. I did not like at all, so I blocked him. And he was being a little insane. Oh, that sun's cooking me. He's right here. Rim's always with me. Yep, sleep, eat, play. Then spoiled rotten. Always spoiled rotten. Hey, Yellowstone. I hope you're having a good day. TikTok, I hope you're having a good afternoon. Thanks, Miss Denise. Oh, I do have a snack. I was just thinking, like, damn, I'm hungry. I think I have a snack in here. Well, Rim got to it in the middle of the night. He does. He'll steal snacks. He'll steal snacks like it ain't nothing. He'll steal a snack like it ain't nothing. Hey, Lisa. From Connecticut. I'm Jeff and Remington from North Carolina. Hey, Navy Life. Stay. Trying to find a way to get this damn sun off of me. It's nice to meet you too. Are you real? You real? You're real. Hey. Oh. Hey. thirsty? You thirsty? You know, God always provides, you know, because I'm starving. I'm starving. And someone just stopped and gave us a cheese roll. Oh, so good. So good. I'm gonna give you some, Rim. No! 5-second rule. 5-second rule. But yeah, I'm just glad I found another place so I can, you know, hide and camp out last night. I just need I need to get like one more blanket because the brick chips under the stairs kind of hurt my back, but the wind and everything, the bushes block it. Oh no, man. Tastes like sand got on it. But I was just grateful that I didn't have to work last night. Cause the days that I'm off, you know, I don't freak out. I don't freak out as much about not having the room because the whole thing is me just trying to keep my job. That's my main priority. This is so good. It's a meat cheese croissant. I was so hungry. I feel like things froze. Hey, Miss Patricia. Hey, Bella's mom. I wish the damn clouds would come back over the sun. Rim likes sunbathing. Oh my God, it's so good. Really? Can someone pin my comment? Yeah. He's a pit wiener. For people who's never met Rim. Near Bragg? Yeah. Fort Bragg's right up the road. We can hear, you know, we can hear him shooting off artillery all day sometimes. But Lisa, is that the one you were talking about? The Route 295? 295 is where I got my ticket. Please tell me when you get it. Oh, let me check. I'm sorry, that other comment must not came through. But please, I'm sorry if you get a bunch of messages. Oh, okay, but I'm sorry if you get any hate. What highway is that? Highway 24? But I'm on an exit of 95. Yeah, I don't know why your other comment. But yeah, I-95 is right here up the road. I'll give you some Twinkie, but that croissant roll was mine. Ooh, it tastes like strawberry, but it's a regular one. Here you go. Here you go. That tastes weird. That tastes really weird. That does not taste like a regular Twinkie. It tastes like fruit in it. Shit, Rim loves him a Twinkie. Nova likes the cream filling. He likes the cream filling. Hey, Miss Awesome. I don't get why my damn charger ain't working. These clouds went back over the sun. Something's good though. Really good. Oh man, if y'all go to Starbucks, get their chicken, the jalapeno chicken wrap. It's the cheapest thing in there. It's like $3. It is so good. Oh, I know. It was a regular Twinkie. It was just cake and white. Hey, your Cash App isn't showing up. Oh, my Cash App's shut down. That's why I'm in the position I am this week. They shut my Cash App down, so my payroll check got sent back to McDonald's. All I have right now is PayPal and Venmo. I'm sorry. Rim. Okay, I'm about to get off here for 1 second and message you, Lisa. I've got a really good friend that will, how fast do you get the PayPal? I get it instantly. I mean, if you send something, I get it instantly. Hey, be nice. Hey, be nice. Be nice. Give me 1 second.